Our top lead this evening, ladies and gentlemen. When a young 19-year-old fails an exam, sees no future for himself and takes his own life, it's not his failure. It's our failure. Every year, 20 lakh students take the NEET exam in India to become doctors. Only 1 lakh manage to get a seat. Jegadeeswaran from Chennai didn't get a seat. He tried and he tried and he failed. He saw no hope. He committed suicide. His distraught father blamed the education system and the NEET exam and 2 days later killed himself. These twin suicides have now set off a fierce fight within the ruling dispensation. To be more precise, between the Governor of Tamil Nadu and the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. Around 25 such suicides around NEET have been reported from Tamil Nadu since 2017, since NEET was introduced. It's one of the reasons why the state has been fighting to opt out of NEET's ambit and let Class 12 marks determine admission to medical colleges. The move, so far, has been blocked by the centre and its representative in the state, that is the governor. First, the governor sat on the bill for almost a year. And the second time the act went to the governor, he has now sent it to the president. The battle has been ongoing and it has taken the death of another young student and his father to look for solutions. Before taking his life, Jegadeeswaran's father had blamed the NEET exam for his son's death. First, listen to him.
பையன் 2 வாட்டி நீட் எழுதினான் சார். 2 வாட்டி மார்க் கம்மியாக எடுத்தான். திருப்பி நான் என்ன பண்ணேன், நீட்டு அவன் திருப்பி ரிப்பீட் கேட்டான்னு சொல்லிட்டு ரிப்பீட் போட்டேன். நான் இல்லைன்னா அப்ராட் அனுப்புகிறேன்னு. ஐயா ஸ்டாலின் ஐயா வந்தவொடனே முதல் வாக்குறுதி அதான் கொடுத்தார். குழந்தையெல்லாம் காப்பாற்றுறேன், நீட்டை கேன்சல் பண்ணுறேன்னாரு. இது வரைக்கும் எதுவுமே பண்ணல. என்ன மாதிரி நிறைய சிங்கிள் பேரண்ட் எனக்கு வந்த மாதிரி எந்த அப்பாவுக்கும் எந்த குழந்தைகளுக்கும் எதுவுமே நடக்கக்கூடாது.
Now, the twin suicides in Tamil Nadu have sparked another round of unpleasantness between the governor and the chief minister. Chief Minister Stalin has once again vowed to scrap NEET after the teen and his father's death. The DMK government, in fact, today has written to the President Murmu, requesting her to give her thumbs up to the anti-NEET bill that has been now sent to her by the governor of Tamil Nadu, who so far has blocked the bill. Earlier, the Chief Minister had asked students to be patient and assured them that he's trying his best to push the anti-NEET bill through. He has in fact criticized the governor for creating a roadblock to something that will benefit poor and underprivileged students. Now, all of this is coming after the Tamil Nadu governor, Ravi, vowed to never clear the anti-NEET bill. He said children must compete and be the best, asserting that the test is here to stay. Listen in to what the governor had told a group of students who had cleared the NEET exam and their parents. Listen in.
A teacher has to be fair. A teacher has to be fair to the student. And I tell you one thing, whatever is there in the CBSE book, nothing beyond is needed. I have many students I have seen who have cleared NEET, cleared well, without going to a coaching institution, because their teachers in their schools have taught them. The book that they have prescribed, CBSE book, that is a standard. If a standard is lower than that, don't blame the standard. You have to raise the standard. CBSE's standard is a very good book, very good syllabus, and NEET is not beyond that. So let there be no confusion. NEET is going to stay in the country. I want my children to be competitive, to be the best in the country.
எதிர்ப்பு தெரிவிச்சிருக்கிறாங்கன்னா இது வந்து நம்முடைய ஆளுநர் அவர்கள் புரிந்து கொள்ள வேண்டும். அவர் வேற ஒரு உலகத்தில் இருக்கிறார். அவர் தமிழ்நாட்டு மக்களுடைய மனநிலை சுத்தமாக அவர் புரிஞ்சிக்கவே இல்லை. நம்ம தொடர்ந்து கிட்டத்தட்ட ஒரு 20 உயிர்கள் பறி கொடுத்துருக்குறோம் 4-5 வருடங்களில். எனவே ஆளுநர் அவர்கள் தயவுசெய்து புரிந்து கொள்ள வேண்டும். ஏற்கனவே அவர் டெல்லிக்கு அனுப்பிச்சிட்டாரு. அவர் இங்கே ரொம்ப நாள் அந்த நம்முடைய மசோதா வச்சுருந்தார். முதலமைச்சருடைய அழுத்தத்தின் காரணமாக டெல்லிக்கு அனுப்பிச்சிட்டாரு கொஞ்சம்.
Yeah, the governor's speech was against all norms of the constitution. Governor is an appointed person. He has certain roles. If he feels that the bill is there are errors in the bill, he can ask the government to clarify. He cannot say that I will not sign the bill. It is an insult to the democracy itself.
It is unfortunate that we lost 2 lives in the name of NEET. But who is to be blamed for this? It is the society that is responsible. It is the parents, it is the teachers who have to give counsel to them, and we should see to it that these students are confident. But the DMK, on the other hand, were giving false promises that if they come to power, they will do away with the NEET, in spite of knowing that it is a Supreme Court's order. Unfortunately, the DMK has been doing silly politics in this issue.
Is this politics? Is this something more? A quick chat with my guest this evening, YG. Madhuvanthii is a member of the Tamil Nadu BJP. She is joining us as well. Madhu, thank you very much. We have Jegadeeswaran, who is a political analyst, will be speaking on behalf of the DMK. Thank you very much. We have Kovai Satyan, who is spokesperson of the AIA DMK. Thank you very much as well. Madhu, can I please come to you and ask you how this is dirty politics? The fact is that in the state of Tamil Nadu, there are 25 students in the last 5 years who have committed suicide because they haven't been able to clear the NEET exam. The will of the people is reflected on the elected government of the state. The elected government of the state is saying NEET is not working for our people. It is not working for our students either. We want to opt out of the ambit. Who's the governor to block it, Madhu?
Good evening to you and to my fellow panelists here. I am not getting into who's the governor to block it, who's the chief minister to send a letter, but I'm asking you, ma'am, a simple question. You said the elected government has asked for this to be banned. What was the same elected government, which was the party then in alliance with Mr. P. Chidambaram's wife, who actually fought for this in Supreme Court and made sure that it was passed as an order, doing when it came through as an order? I don't think this is the doing of the BJP government. This is a Supreme Court order and nobody questioned it at that point in time. 25 lives matter, but playing politics with the lives of 25 children, I don't think is the right way to go forward. Has an investigation gone into why this has happened? Has a detailed investigation gone into what has gone wrong? Why, what, when, how? Nothing. Instantly, the war cry is scrap NEET. So then let us scrap all the 10 standard exams, 12 standard exams, IIT entrance, IIT JEE entrances. Let's scrap all entrance exams and let all the streams of education compete with each other and may the best win. Because Tamil Nadu has different streams of education, and unless you have a common entrance exam, how does one actually determine the entry of a student into a government college? And let us also understand very clearly that more students this year, thanks to NEET, have been able to enter government colleges, which means they pay much lesser to study medicine than actually paying through their noses to study medicine in private colleges. Now, isn't this something that you have to address? Why is this a personal ego issue between the Chief Minister and the government of Tamil Nadu? So is that all that this boils down to, and the life of this student doesn't matter at all? And there is no investigation. Nothing has been done towards that cause. Everybody is just screaming out loud saying anti-NEET, anti-NEET.
Madhu,
is that going to
Madhu,
solve
you're
the
talking
problem?
about an investigation. No,
absolutely.
No, you're talking about an investigation. The fact is, a day before his death, this young boy's father is on television cameras on record saying, my son was pushed to the edge because he couldn't clear the NEET exam. Now, the Tamil Nadu government is saying, we have an alternative. By the way, Tamil Nadu wasn't the only state that was opposed to NEET.
Yes, I agree.
If you remember, under Chief Minister Narendra Modi,
I know.
Under Chief Minister Narendra Modi in 2011, even Gujarat was opposed to it. Andhra Pradesh was also opposed to it.
That is
Uttar Pradesh was also opposed to it.
Ma'am, that is exactly why I am telling you that this is not the doing of the BJP. The Supreme Court of India has passed this ordinance, which means we have to either abide by it and try and counsel our children and make sure that they are able to compete and write this exam right, instead of saying ban it, because then this is making it look like it is a BJP doing. That is my only contention. If I'm only supporting
Okay,
your statement.
fair enough.
So this is not a BJP doing. The Supreme Court of India.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
For which Madam Nalini Chidambaram argued the case for NEET entrance exam, common entrance exam to be brought into the system of this country.
Fair enough.
Where was the DMK then? Why were they keeping their mouths shut at that point?
You're making a fair point. Mr. Jegadeeswaran, Madhu's making a fair point. She's saying, why are you blaming the governor and the BJP for this, when this actually is a Supreme Court order?
Okay. Well, first of all, I have a issue here. See, you're saying this guy failed NEET and he committed suicide. No, he didn't fail me. He actually got 400 marks. He was a repeat attempter. He got 400 marks, which is way ahead than the eligibility marks. Why I'm saying is college. And that was the problem. He didn't have enough money, or his father didn't have enough money. And that's why he wanted to get into, he was not from government school, he was from a private school. He was from a CBSE school. So he studied in a CBSE school. He was preparing NEET for 2 years. I'm not sure if he went to a coaching center or not, but he got 400 marks in both the attempts. And another friend who was standing beside his father in your interview, that guy who scored 150 marks, he's now doing he's studying in a medical college, a private medical college, because his dad was able to pay 25 lakhs per year. This was his statement. You can see this in Tamil regional languages in all the channels, even in social media. This video is going on. This guy says, I got 150 marks. My father had enough money. He got enough money to like 1.5 crores so that he can pay for all my years. Jagdish's father, he didn't have enough money. And how is it that he's saying, I'm saying I will never allow NEET, because he is saying this brings competitiveness, this brings quality. So again, coming to the same guy who spoke on the interview, where is quality coming here? You know what actually NEET has done? Before NEET, pre-NEET, people who are giving money, black money, now they are giving it in white. That's the only difference. Previously, before 2016, 2015, when you say I get a medical seat, they'll say, okay, bring me 25 lakhs, bring me 50 lakhs. It's all black. You give it to the college. It's a financial seat I can get you. Now, no need of black money, because BJP of government has brought this law so that you can give it in white and you'll get it in white. That's the only difference NEET has made now. And I mean, you are referring with why.
No, but Mr. Jegadeeswaran, Mr. Jegadeeswaran, please help me understand this. You know, the death of even one student. Mr. Jegadeeswaran, just a minute. No, just a minute. You know, even the death of one student is sad enough. I mean, no student in this country, no child in this country should be pushed to a situation where he sees no future for himself and kills himself. No one, no student, no parent should go through it. But here's the thing. Medical education is on the concurrent list. How can you have one set of rules for the rest of India and another set of rules for Tamil Nadu? That for the rest of India, NEET applies, but for Tamil Nadu, NEET will not apply. Again, I'm saying, while it's all very well for you to bring in the governor and say the governor is blocking a bill, which essentially will be pro-poor and pro the disadvantaged sections of our community, fact is this has nothing to do with the governor or the BJP. This is a Supreme Court ruling.
Okay, I'll just, is there any other state in India which has 16% reservation other than Tamil Nadu? Why are we very unique? Why do government still allow Tamil Nadu to have 16% reservation, and why not other states? Because we fought for it. Jayalalitha, she brought it. She made sure that all communities, the MBC, BC communities, they all enjoy the reservation. That is the uniqueness of Tamil Nadu. Please don't say just because something is not there in other states, you don't do that. We are opposed. See, you said right, Narendra Modi opposed it, Andhra Pradesh government opposed it. Why are they not opposing it now? Because they are all for the coaching centers. We are against the coaching centers. See, the guy who scored 720 marks in Tamil Nadu, who became the Tamil Nadu topper, he is studying in a CBSE board. And other than that, he went to 2 coaching centers. He got education, spending 15 lakhs, 20 lakhs for NEET, and then he entered his MBBS college, in the government college. So either you spend so much money in a coaching center, or you get very low marks, just the eligibility marks. Just see, even though the highest topper has to score 720 or 740, you just score 160 marks, you still get a seat in any of the private medical colleges. Your only thing is your father has to be rich enough to pay you for the rest of the year. That's the only difference. What difference is, what quality has NEET brought in? I don't understand.
We played out a sign bout of... Madhu, we played a... Okay, let Madhu come in.
Yeah.
Madhu, before I go to the AIA DMK spokesperson, Madhu, our viewers have just heard Mr. Ravi, the governor of the state, and he's essentially addressing a bunch of students who are rank holders for NEET, and their parents are present as well. And one parent gets up and is arguing with the governor and saying, why don't you clear the anti-NEET bill? Because look at me, while my daughter is a rank holder and she's sitting here in front of you, and I'm very proud of her, the fact is that for the last 4 years, I have spent 4 lakh rupees for her coaching every year. If I hadn't spent that money, my daughter would not have made it here. And therefore, I'm saying, please scrap it, because NEET is anti-poor. Poor people cannot afford it. This is a parent saying this to the governor, and the governor then goes on to say that whatever can happen, I will not let the anti-NEET bill pass.
Firstly,
is there at least an acknowledgement within the BJP? Is there at least an acknowledgement within the BJP that students who clear NEET will be the ones who will come mostly from English-speaking backgrounds? And I'm not the only one who's saying it, by the way. There was a report of the Tamil Nadu government. They had commissioned a report, as you know, that it is students from CBSE schools who will clear it. It is students who speak English, write English properly, who will succeed. It is students who come from urban areas who will succeed in NEET, and it is students whose parents can afford coaching who will succeed NEET. If you don't have these resources, forget it. At least, is there an acknowledgement of that?
Ma'am, I would just like to
this
tell
is
you
not a
that
level
on your
playing
previous
field?
debate of which, ma'am, I would just like to tell you that on your previous debate of which I was also a part of, there was a man who was part of the debate who was running a NEET coaching center where they charge only 3,000 rupees. And there are many free NEET coaching centers across Tamil Nadu that are training students. I have visited several of them. So this man who asked the question to the governor is of a DMK background, and all of us know it. It's not rocket science. So I don't see why this poor versus rich is suddenly coming into the picture, especially when the first family here is running only CBSE schools. If they are so concerned about poor versus rich, please ask them to shut down all the CBSE schools that they run and run state government schools, free education to all. First, let them do that. Then we can talk about poor versus rich deficiencies and discriminations in NEET.
Mr. Kovai Satyan, where does the AIA-DMK stand? I know that the AIA-DMK, at least on this one issue, wants the anti-NEET bill to go through. You don't want, even the AIA doesn't want Tamil Nadu to be under the ambit of NEET. And yet, here you are, unable to convince your ally, which is the BJP, to try and even maybe look at what Tamil Nadu is suggesting, maybe even have a dialogue with what Tamil Nadu is suggesting.
So our ADMK stand is clear. We don't play with the lives of these students by making false promises and doing false propaganda. See, let us understand it very clearly. It is DMK and Congress ally which was instrumental in tabling the bill of MCA, which paved way for the NEET in India. 2017, we sought a respite for Tamil Nadu alone, but it was granted for a year. When again on 2018, when we sought the respite again by passing a bill, it was rejected with the same reason what you said in the debate right now. Supreme Court clearly said, when rest of the states have implemented NEET, how can we give an exception to you? It should not become a norm. It should be equal for everyone. So NEET has moved from the hands of governance and to the courts, to the judiciary. Since it has gone to the judiciary, that's why our leader brought in the 7.5% internal reservation, and which MCA didn't oppose. They agreed to it. The reason why we were an ally with BJP, why we are able to bring in that 7.5% is because of this. And we are fighting out in the judiciary, unlike the DMK, who blatantly lies to the people of Tamil Nadu. Today, the father asked the same question. Isn't Mr. Stalin said he will get away with the NEET once he comes to power? Why he didn't so? He slammed NEET. At the same time, he slammed MK Stalin before committing suicide. We don't play with the lives of the students and with the lives of the people by making false and fake promises. It is in DMK's manifesto. If voted to power, we'll get away with NEET. The Prince Udayanidhi said, we know the secret to get away with NEET. It is pending in before judiciary. It's in the courts of law right now. And we don't play with the lives. So let's understand the ambit clearly. We oppose NEET. Our leader, Amma, opposed NEET because it favors students from the CBSE curriculum. When we are not still prepared to reach there, it is discriminatory. By nature itself, it is discriminatory. And why we get a convincing answer, it is not so. Anybody can appear. Things have gone far again. It has been passed in both the assemblies, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. It has gone to the courts. And what is the point in blaming the governor now? And why is DMK painting a picture if governor signs it, NEET will not be there in Tamil Nadu? And they've sent to the president, and still we are looking for respect. We'll get away with NEET. Why make fake promises and false promises and instigate students and play with the lives of the students? We don't do that. We'll never do
Madhu, but here's your own ally, the AIA DMK. Okay, Madhu, but here's your own ally, the AIA DMK, saying that even they principally believe that NEET is heavily favored in favor of CBSE students. Even they believe it. They're saying, all right, the matter is in court, there's no point blaming the governor. But they completely disagree essentially with the stand that the BJP has taken in this case.
Ma'am, the BJP has taken a very clear stand saying that the Supreme Court has placed this ordinance, so we are going with it. You yourself sometime back said that when Modi ji was Chief Minister of Gujarat, he was against NEET. The point here is it has gone beyond all of this. So stop blaming a single individual and don't make false promises and lie to the people of Tamil Nadu. I think my ally and myself, we are very clear on the same point. It is not about whether you have to do NEET or not. NEET is here to stay. It has been passed as an ordinance by the Supreme Court of India. This has got nothing to do with the BJP government. But the DMK government is trying to make it look like this is BJP government and that the governor is an agent of the BJP. Oh my God, this has to stop. The same DMK government said, Adam Kanimuri said, when my brother comes to power, he will sign the first order against TASMAC in the state. I only see more TASMAC outlets opening. There are deaths due to TASMAC also. Are you telling me those lives don't matter? These lives matter, those lives matter too. But why is this alone getting politicized? And why is the ego between two individuals being blown out of proportion here? Where has the governor got to do? What has the governor got to do in this matter? Why is it that the DMK didn't speak to Madam Nalini Chidambaram? After all, it was their ally. They could have spoken. They could have stopped it. Nothing was done then. Why now? And why blame the BJP, ma'am?
Jegadeeswaran, you'd want to come in here?
Yes, I have a very simple question.
Jegadeeswaran, please come in here. I have exactly 20 seconds now.
Yeah, I have a very simple question. This anti-NEET bill that was sent by Governor Ravi to Draupadi Murmu is pending with Draupadi Murmu. So tomorrow, just for example, if Draupadi Murmu signs this anti-NEET bill, do you think still NEET will be in Tamil Nadu?
Governor will
say,
Come on. When you come to a national media, present with facts. Why would a president sign a bill when it is being passed by both the houses and it is pending before the Supreme Court?
I don't understand he even making this hypothetical statement.
This bill.
Wait, just a minute. No. Here's, just a minute. Mr. Satyan, the fact is that the matter is now at the door of Draupadi Murmu. The governor of the state has sent it to Draupadi Murmu.
Why would she sign it?
Will she sign it? Will she not sign it is another question altogether. But it is at her door right now. And even if she signs it, by the way, the centre can still create roadblocks.
The prima facie point is there was a 3-bench judge which was constituted. It has gone to the 5-bench judge. It is pending before the Supreme Court of India. On what basis you give a hope to the people saying that President will sign it? Won't she take the cognizance of the facts that is prevalent? Won't she have a council of people who can advise on the legal framework in which our country work? And this is what happening. Everybody, DMK says tomorrow
Mr.
President will
Jagadeeswaran,
get
you
away
can
with NEET. Why are you still playing with the lives of the students? They are still instigating them.
No, see, it's the same thing that was done by ADMK
Mr.
as well.
Jagadeeswaran,
ADMK
20
sent
seconds
this
to
bill
respond
twice.
and I'll wrap.
My dear friend,
ADMK sent this bill
we
twice
never
to
Exactly.
government says will get away, president
and
says
now
will
he's
get.
saying, now
He
he's
said it
saying,
is-
why is DMK sending this bill? I don't understand.
Are 1 minute, Mr.
Saying
Mr. Satyan,
ADMK
1 minute. 1 minute. Let Mr. Jegadeeswaran say what he's saying, because he's what he's saying is factually correct. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, ADMK sent this twice to President and said, we'll get it signed by President. They gave false promises. I think now is it like they gave false promises, or were they trying to cheat the people? What is ADMK's response to this?
Please don't misquote
The aim-
ADMK. It was clear. 2017, we passed a bill and sought an exemption. It was given for 1 year. And it was only for 1 year. When he sent the bill again, it was rejected. Nowhere in the entire sequence of events, we said it is pending before the president. Once he signs it, is going to get away with NEET. We never made false promises to the people of Tamil Nadu. Please don't misquote us. Not our leader, Purusha
All
Thalaivi,
right.
not our
We'll,
leader.
you know, the
India.
fact is. Okay. You know, the fact is what has happened is very unfortunate that a young student has been pushed to kill himself. As I said, in Tamil Nadu, there are 25 students who have, committed suicide because they haven't been able to clear the NEET exam. But the fact is that is the governor to blame for it? Is the BJP to blame for it, given the fact that NEET is an exam that is applicable across India? Anywhere in India, if you want to get a medical seat, you have to clear the NEET exam. Can Tamil Nadu have one set of rules and the rest of the country have another set of rules? Why should students of Tamil Nadu not compete with students from other parts of the country? This is a nuanced debate. I think it will carry on for a while. Let's see how this develops. For the moment, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us. Mr. Jegadeeswaran, thank you very much. Madhu, thanks very much for joining us. And Mr. Satyan, thank you very much for joining us as well. On that note, I'm slipping into a quick break on the show. There's much more coming up on the other side. The big story that is playing out in Calcutta. Do stay with us.